What up? Welcome back to another Multiverse update. Today we'll be taking a look at a couple of stories out on the streets and also some recent pickups that I've done. Now, I don't have too much stuff. It's been kind of slow. I got a couple of things for my DC Universe loose collection, the complete all the waves. Let's see. First up, I picked up. Now, up there on top, I have my Unlimited Batmans, my Signature Series, my superheroes, and I picked this up. The reason I picked this up is I got it pretty cheap. I think for like $11. I don't own this Batgirl with the gold, so I am going to be opening this up and putting her up there on the shelf where she goes with her homies. So this is pretty cool, pretty cheap, so don't mind adding this to the collection. On the DC Universe front, I did pick up, finally, I picked up Sapphire. I forget what wave she's from, but it's one of the later waves. I'll put it up here. But I got her for like $15, so that was pretty good. I needed her. I only need about maybe like 4 or 5 figures, and then I'll have a complete entire collection of the DC Universe waves. She comes with a little lasso because I think she is kind of like a Wonder Woman, but as a lantern. So that's why she comes with that, and she comes with her purple lantern. So that was pretty cool for the collection. She'll be going up there with her, in her spot where she goes, so that'll be pretty cool. Then I also picked up, finally, I think this is what, like wave 20 or something like that, the yellow Sinestro. This is the second time they released them. I do have the original when they released them in wave 3, but of course he was like pretty short, and then they fixed that and they made them like a little bit better, the scaling wise, and also I think also this yellow pops a little bit better than this like more goldish yellow. I know he was really tiny. This guy goes up here in this corner. I'll put him back right now, but I did pick this guy up. He did cost me $20, which is not bad, and he did come with his yellow lantern. So as for pickups, that was pretty cool. That's pretty much it. That's all I got this week. Now, the word on the streets. The word on the streets for McFarlane, it's been pretty slow. He hadn't really put up any updates or anything like that. But he finally did today, I think. He put up that he showed the plaque that he's going to send everybody where they have their personal, their hand autographed McFarlane little placard. So he did a video where he actually shows him signing one of those. So everybody that's got in the tier that he wanted, they're gonna get one of those autographs. So that's pretty cool, but it wasn't a lot. He had been silent for a while, so it was pretty cool. They did send out the email for like your address and all that to actually receive your figures. So if you ordered and you didn't give them that information, you might want to check your email so you could give them your address and all that. One more thing before we move on. Last time I had talked about the dark metal that they're gonna probably release. A lot of people have been talking crap because they say that, oh, the dark metals, it's all Batman's. But kind of, if you think about it, the Red Death is actually like a Flash. It's just like a alternate universe Batman Flash, but it's kind of like a Flash. And then the Dawnbringer, he's more like a Green Lantern. It's a Batman, but he's a Green Lantern. And then Devastator, he's kind of like a mix between Batman and Doomsday. So you're kind of not really getting Batman figures. I mean, you are, but they are kind of like you're underneath. You're kind of getting like a different figure as well, and they look awesome. So I don't know why anybody would complain. Also, you had what's his name, the Grim Knight, which is kind of like Punisher mixed with Batman. And one thing I did want to bring up is Murder Machine. Now, Murder Machine, he's kind of like Cyborg with Batman, but they never really released like a picture of that figure. So what I did is I kind of did a cheap, like little crop, and I put the comic head on the figure body. So this is probably more than likely what the figure is going to look like. I mean, pretty close to this. I mean, it's probably like 99.9% sure that the head's gonna look something like this. So he looks pretty awesome. All these figures look pretty awesome. So I, for one, cannot wait for that. They also gave us some pics on the Spawn, the second release, because they cut out the sword from all the releases. Like that's it. If you didn't get a Spawn with a sword like I did, now all of them are gonna come with a mace. It was probably like a safety issue. So all the Spawns that you get from now on are going to come with a mace, and we hadn't seen pictures before, but now on McFarlane's website they did release some pictures. You get it's going to be like a club kind of with like spikes sticking out of it. It looks pretty cool. When I do get that figure eventually, because I did pre-order it, I will be doing an unboxing of that figure and put him up with his brothers on the McFarlane shelves over here. So that would be pretty cool. Another thing I wanted to talk about was on the McFarlane website, they also released finally pictures of the White Knight series that they're going to release. It's going to be the Joker with the Jack Napier alternate head, and it's also going to be the White Knight Batman, which actually looks pretty awesome. And then you're going to get an Azrael from this version where he looks more like his different costume, like an old crusader looking kind of with a big sword. So they're gonna release those. It doesn't have a release date as such. It pretty much just says released in summer. So I can't wait for those as well. I mean, the McFarlane shelf is gonna be awesome. That's one thing I've been working on as well, is in my other room where I have my complete mint in-box DC Universe Classics collection. I've started up my DC Multiverse, the Mattel ones, which I never really had on the wall, but now I started making their own section. And also I started working on my McFarlane DC Multiverse, but I'm kind of going to go in reverse order because it's kind of easier to go from the bottom up than to go from the top down. So they're going to be in reverse order, but I am going to have them all there. And when we start getting into the dark metals and all the later releases, it's going to be awesome. Like right in the middle, you're going to be able to see like those pretty awesome figures. As for me here, I've been going out to the Walmarts, but it's been pretty dead. I've seen just the same Batmans over and over again. I have not seen any Wonder Woman's, or I haven't seen any the Arkham ones, the Batman and the Joker, which I really want to get my hands on. But I have pretty much already pre-ordered those. You can also pre-order your figures from and start buying some of the first waves from Best Buy. So if you have an account with Best Buy, you could order those as well. It shows that they're gonna be having the Bat Raptor, all the first waves, and then also the Arkham one. So if you want another place to get those figures, you could check out Best Buy, which I did. Another thing on the McFarlane end will be the blue Chase figure. That's gonna be the Batman 1000 release, but in blue with a oval on his chest, which looks pretty sweet. They did release some pictures of that on the McFarlane website. It does have a release date, but it says May, so that means now. So I think about the time we start getting the Wonder Womans at the Walmarts, and also the Arkhams, you might be seeing that blue Batman pop up. But they did say that it's going to be an actual chase figure, because they're going to send packages of all Batman figures and just one blue Batman in the whole box. So it's going to be kind of hard to get our hands on those. I mean, if you come across them at the store, if I was you, I'd pick up as many as you see. I just got my heart set on two, because of course I'll open one and then keep one in the package for the wall. But you never know, if you run across another, you might want to pick up just to have an extra, because these might be hard to get your hands on. At Big Bad Toy Store, they are selling a box of six, but six regular Batmans and then one blue variant for $100. And I don't know if anybody thinks that's a good idea, but for me, it doesn't really make any sense, because what are you gonna do with those other Batmans that they're not really selling that much? If you check out my video that I did at Walmart, pretty much those are the only figures that are left on the peg. So you might just take your chances and wait for the release of the blue variant. I also saw a freaky thing there at the Walmart, which was like a robot just going down the aisles making a weird noise. And it was like scanning the aisles, so that like gave me the creeps. And you know, we better not give those robots too much leeway, because you never know. It just felt creepy seeing them could go around the corner and come around. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, we got robots at Walmart now, so it's getting kind of crazy out there. And finally, in my last news, I'm going to tell everybody what happened to that Harley Quinn Birds of Prey from McFarlane. Now, if you check some of the boxes, I think like Hellbat was one of them, or the Superman Unchained Armored one. In the back, it shows a picture of Harley Quinn and saying that she's going to come out. Now, a lot of people did speculations on what happened. Like, did the movie suck so bad that nobody wanted to buy the figure, so they decided not to put it out? But actually, I came across an interview that Pixel Dan did with McFarlane. It's like more than an hour long, or maybe like an hour. But I was just listening to it, and I came across what happened. What happened was that McFarlane said that they did sculpt her out and put her into production, and they had it all ready. But what ended up happening was all the figures that they made had like a flaw, that it just made the figure unreleasable. Like, if they were to release it, it would have just been falling apart, like in people's hands. It just, the joint did not come out good, and it was gonna be bad. So it never made it to the packaging process. So McFarlane decided to just scrap that. And what sucked is that they had wasted all the money in like actually molding it out and making them. So then it would have cost too much money to redo it and fix the issue. So he said maybe in the future there might be a chance that they actually released that Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, because he said he really liked the face sculpt that came out with it, and a lot of people were actually looking forward to picking that one up. So you never know, maybe at Toy Fair, or if a con goes on, they might end up releasing that one later on, once they get their stuff together, you know, with everything that's going on. But that is the mystery of what happened to the Harley Quinn from McFarlane. If you want, check out the interview yourself. It's pretty interesting. And pretty much that's it. That's it, guys. That's it for now. I'm still waiting for those Arkham figures. I'm still waiting for my Wonder Woman figures. I'm gonna start going to the Walmarts, even though they do like creep me out and stuff. But I'm gonna try and get out there and do some hunting. There has been whispers of that people have been finding those NECA Batman versus Aliens and Green Lantern and stuff like that in the electronics sections at the Walmarts. But I don't know how much validity there is in that. I mean, if you could find them at Walmart, or you know somebody that works at Walmart and you could get your hands on some of those, more power to you. But I'm not gonna kill myself just for going for those looking for those NECA figures. But if I come across it, I'll try and get some video and I'll pick one up. So, but anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.